live reading, and I'm going to find out what you guys can expect for the month of October in 2027. So if you're interested in that, definitely stay tuned. I'm going to be getting into what big changes are coming in October, any types of healing that will be coming in pretty powerfully in October, and anything else that wants to come up. So we'll see, and I'm just going to use my tarot here to channel some messages, and we'll hang out, answer questions and stuff in the end, whatever you guys want to do at the end. So angels, spirits, and guides, could you please be here with me and the collective to channel messages for our highest selves, our highest timelines, and the highest good of the collective. And I ask that this reading, these channeled messages, be protected from any kind of intercepting entities or any kind of trickster spirits that might try to want to join us, which is not welcome here. So let's check out any big changes that are coming for October. Any big changes coming in October for my collective here spirit. Thank you. What big changes are coming for October? Ooh, there's a choice here that needs to be made. The Two of Swords popped out with the Four of Pentacles. Something here to do with either your health or your finances. We'll find out exactly in a second. But you're going to be making some sort of big change to either let something go or to stop holding on to something so hard, because I feel you holding on to something that might not be giving you the kind of results that you want, but also it might not be in your highest favor. Like, Spirit doesn't want you to hold on to this anymore, because you got the Judgment in reverse and the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, this is something that you're really passionate about. You're not wanting to get rid of this thing because you're passionate about it, but, or this is how you think, like, I want to keep as many things in my life that I'm passionate about as I can. But Spirit's saying that maybe it's time to let go a little bit and trust your intuition so that you can allow things to fall into place as they need to. Instead of trying to force things to stay in your life, just let things fall away and come back as you need them to. So this is focusing your energy on one thing at a time. So this, if you are new into the lobby as we are watching this live, I'm doing a reading for the month of October. What big changes are coming in for you? And it seems like there's a change here in you deciding what you're investing in. And it's really difficult for you to make this decision because the answer is seemingly right in front of you. But it's also not so obvious because you're so emotionally grappling with the idea that you're going to have to let go of something to make space for something new. It's really difficult emotionally. Here with the Lovers, it's like you kind of go in between, should I stay or should I go? Should I... This is an emotional connection, and also I see this as like the Gemini card. This is two states of being. You're really juggling these two states of being. You could be feeling split in two different directions as well for multiple reasons. Maybe you're trying to avoid some sort of disaster here with this Tower card. You're trying to save yourself in some sort of circumstance, and I feel a panic here. There's a deep sense of panic. And this is causing you to spread yourself a little bit too thin. And that's why Spirit is saying you need to let go of some of these things that you're latching onto. Some of these things that you are not necessarily getting the results from that you want. Hi guys! Welcome, welcome. If you could like this, I would definitely appreciate it. It launches it out to more people. So you don't have the same kind of you don't have the same kind of input that you want that you're putting out. Does that make sense? Like you're putting in an amount of energy, but you're not getting it back. So Spirit is saying, hey, what areas of your life are you getting something back from? Invest more time there and retract energy back from things that just aren't giving you anything back. So the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands. This could be... I'm feeling like this is a group of people here that want to celebrate with you, but it's false. They only want to celebrate with you because you have something here worth celebrating. And they see that and they want to kind of rain on a parade here. But I feel like you have already kept this person away. Like it's very apparent to you here. Because you got both of the Tower and the Three of Cups here together. So you're aware of this issue and you're keeping them away. You're keeping this person away, you're keeping this circumstance away, whether it's a job, a boss, someone trying to get really close to you and find out things about you that you might not necessarily tell them unless you felt like guilty or something to tell them. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. It's like it's unfair because every time you tell them something, you don't know if you're going to get the response, a good response or a bad response. So this could also, okay, this is now interweaving into the beginning message where we were talking about you making a choice here. The thing that you have to let go of, you don't know if you're going to get a good response or a bad response. I don't know what that means specifically to you, but it means what it means for you. So, could you please expand on this, Spirit? Because this is confusing to me. What do you mean by that? You don't know if you're going to get a good response or a bad response. Okay, there's some sort of judgment here. There's some sort of judgment from other people. You're afraid of the judgment that you might feel from letting go of something here. Absolutely. Look at that. You got the Fool here. So you feel like you want to let go of something here that might make you appear good to other people, but deep down it makes you feel very imbalanced because you got the Temperance right after. Sometimes you have to disappoint the people around you to find yourself. You have to let go of their own perceptions of the thing that you're creating. You have to embrace failure. Maybe these people, whoever's watching this, not this reading, but whoever's watching your progression, they're making a lot of judgments here on your journey because they're not taking the journey. They don't have the balls to take the journey that you're taking. And so they just watch from the sidelines and throw criticisms, which is a very imbalanced way to exist. It's very weird. Okay, so what big changes are happening here? Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords. Taking something away from a situation and walking away. You're going to be walking away with really fresh ideas here that you can share with people. About a past job that you had here. So this could be you actually leaving a job or finding a new job here and using those past skills and opportunities that you had in the past to create a new opportunity here for yourself. Because you have a blockage. You have a blockage with death. There's a block here getting in the way. This could be a Scorpio. I'm also getting Sagittarius, Gemini, and Libra are showing up in this reading right now. These could be relevant people that are currently in your life. I also see a fire sign. But there's a feeling of you wanting to be free, you wanting to succeed at something, and you're just not sure how to get there. So, what's going to help them get there? Okay, you're not trusting your intuition here. on a decision that needs to be made, some sort of really big ending, because you do have the death here, and it's right next to the High Priestess, and they're both in the reverse. You're contemplating something here about putting something to an end, because it's making you feel, I don't know why I got the word icky, but it's making you feel icky, that you have to put up some sort of front, that you have to pretend to be something that you're not. You're at this point in your life where you're like, you could actually be like at a quarter life crisis, midlife crisis. You're feeling like, man, I have nothing to lose. I'm going to be really old one day and then I'm going to die. So you're taking risks right now. I feel you taking risks in the month of October. So 𝔻𝕠𝕚𝕬𝕧𝕒𝕠𝕜, I'm going to be taking questions at the end of this live. So currently I'm doing the prediction for the month of October. So if you want to stay till the end, you can definitely ask your questions. So you're wanting to put an end to something that's making you feel not great. It's making you feel like you have to put your, not expectations low, but almost like lower your standards. It feels like you're lowering your standards for something, someone, some group of people, a job. Yeah, and it's really draining your abundance because you're lowering your expectations. You're constantly feeling like a frog being dipped into water. Like you're accepting more and more of what you don't want in order to, okay, this is a poverty mentality. Yes, this loops back to the beginning. You have a poverty mentality here going on, yeah, and it's blocking your flow of abundance. It's blocking it coming towards you because the Knight of Pentacles, that is the slowest knight in the entire grouping of knights. Yeah, I feel you very stretched thin here with energy, with money, with... It feels like it's really rough right now, and I'm sorry. This is definitely a difficult energy to be in. Even I'm having a very difficult time reading this. And I want you to know, and Spirit wants you to know, that this isn't going to be forever. This is going to change. And in the month of October, you're going to be making the decision. It would be good for you to make this decision to get away from whatever this is. To get away from this, this feeling that you... Here, just one moment. Oh. Sorry, my moderator isn't in here. I might... Okay. Cool. Alright. So, sorry, there was a message that I wanted to moderate. And that threw off the entire reading. So it feels like you are redirecting something here in the month of October. You're redirecting this energy of feeling like you have to put up with negative behavior, with negative outlooks on who it actually is that you are, because you know that you're a good person. And the wind chimes are going crazy here. It's like this is what it is. You're no longer accepting less. You're no longer accepting things that don't make you happy. And that's the whole truth of it. You're not going to accept things that don't make you happy. Because that's not where you need to stay. The place that you will feel comfortable staying in, that will feel like home, you will feel like you can be yourself. And like you don't have to pretend. Like you don't have to be somebody that you're not. And until you get to that place, you know that you need to keep saying no, right? So I'm getting some sort of notification, just one moment. Okay, so we are having some issues here with people coming in and trying to restrict this message. And this is telling me that there are some really low vibrational entities around you. So let me just cleanse this energy here, because there's obviously some, and I've been feeling this in the collective just overall, that there's some really low vibrational entities that are just in the collective trying to persuade people that it's okay to be awful towards each other. Like, we've been seeing people become very aggressive all over the world. And they're trying to paint the people that are non-aggressive as the problem. Projection, right? Okay. So, funny enough, as soon as I got that that flag on my stream here, now we're having more people come in, so that's kind of funny. Okay, so what do I want to ask? I want to ask, how are people changing their perception of you? How are you being perceived here in the month of October? I like asking this question. I know people say, oh yeah, you shouldn't worry about how people see you, but I mean, I think we all think about that. And sometimes people see things about us that we don't see within ourselves, because we can be very critical of ourselves, right? So I think this is a good question here to ask. So, how are people's perceptions of you changing in the month of October? How are people's perceptions changing of you in the month of October? You got the Brawler. Ooh. The King. Yeah, you're in control here. You're in the driver's seat. In the month of October, people are seeing you step up to the plate and do things that are scary, that they might not have the cojones to do, like we said earlier, right? So with this Fool earlier, I got this exact feeling. And yeah, there is some sort of deception or trickery that's trying to come close to you, to try to deceive you into thinking that you're not as strong as you are. Control, deception, trickery, lack of empathy, confrontation. There could be a lot of people trying to distract you as well. Like we were getting with the low vibrational entity trying to... In general, our collective is being distracted or trying to be taken out of character, trying to be painted as a different character than it is, to accept this new identity. Have you ever heard of people saying, hello Jeff, hello Lenore? Have you ever heard of people saying, hey, like, if you call someone something for a long enough period of time, sometimes people become that? I feel like this is something that people are trying to do to you, and in general to the collective. But there is a sense of resistance, and like a peaceful fight, an intellectual fight that you are putting up here in the month of October, where you are winning over some sort of energy here, and you're smoothing something over. You're putting something into the past that belongs there. So what is this? What are you putting in the past here, Spirit? What are they putting in the past here, Spirit? You're putting in the past, you're feeling that you need to make everybody happy. You're getting over that. You don't feel like you have to make everybody happy now. You're just going to free your expression here. You're going to use your voice to balance things a lot more. And the sirens are the Three of Cups. they're the three graces. And I forget what the three graces are about, but there's something there for you. So if you could look up the three graces, or I could put it down in the description after, definitely write down the significance of the three graces, because there's a message here regarding that. There's a deep sense of peace here as well. You're putting in the past the feeling of needing to juggle everybody's worries, everybody's needs and wants. You're just not caring so much about it, and it might be coming off as a little bit cold. But the thing is also, the right people see that this is because you're trying to embody happiness and joy. And you're understanding that in order to be joyful and happy, you need to get rid of people around you that might not necessarily want that for you, and might be cloaking themselves. So, an acceptance of that. Water carrier. What really matters, reflect, reprioritize. Yeah, in the month of October, you're going to be reprioritizing what you're focusing on. Absolutely. We've been getting that very, very intensely in this reading from the beginning. There's a sense of refocusing what it is that you're putting all your energy towards. Who you're putting your energy towards. This is like that Seven of Pentacles energy, where the gentleman that's harvesting the crop, he's looking at what's working and what's not working, so that next season when he goes to replant things, he knows what plants to replant somewhere else, maybe some sort of different fertilizer, some sort of different something else, different lighting, watering, whatever. You're understanding and refining something here. You're refining your life, and you're making it better. You're surrounding yourself with people that you actually like in the month of October here. And I see you really surrounded with joy. So that is what's coming for the month of October. And now I'm going to take some questions. So if you have any questions, as long as it's a short question, I can answer it for you. And this is special because usually I charge for this. It is on my website. And if you want to check that out, you definitely can. I also sell jewelry that is handmade by me. And if you want to see that, it's in the description. Okay, so any questions here for you guys? What questions do you have? Okay, well, I don't really see any questions. Maybe I'll just chill out here for you guys, with you guys for a moment. The world has been pretty dramatic lately. Obviously, we're all seeing the news. There's just so much stuff to keep up with. I don't know what the world's gonna look like in 5 years, honestly. Because it feels like there's such like a shift in, well, there's the shift in, what is it called? Like money, I guess. There's the shift in money. And then there's also like the shift in power. And we don't know what direction that's going to go in. But probably not a great one for the next little bit. Until AI gets figured out, or so I hear. But, I mean, all we can do is keep the vibrations high, right? And try to focus on bettering ourselves and being good people. Not being mean to each other, right? Okay, there is a question. So, I lost something important to me recently. It became a test of faith. I thought it was protected for me. I believed that I knew I would be able to retrieve it. Why? Interesting. I love that you kept it vague, by the way. It definitely leaves it open to interpretation of energy, which is the most important part. So, let's see. So, you lost something important to you recently. It became a test of faith. I thought it was protected. Believed it would be, I would be able to retrieve it. So why? Hello, May. So, why did this happen, Spirit? Why did this happen? Actually, I'm being called to pick one of these healing messages. There's a healing message here for you. You know what? I'm going to shuffle it. If it comes back up, I feel like I need to shuffle the deck. Give me a moment. Hope you guys are having a great day. A great weekend. I'm really enjoying the fall vibes. It's my favorite season, so... Okay, so why did this have to happen? Why did this happen? Here, Spirit. Training, learning, new hobbies, passions. Okay. Immerse yourself. It's a test to see how much you want it. How much do you want it? Embrace transformation. Things are now different. And can I get one more, Spirit? I want one more card to clarify this. I'm gonna clarify these two because I feel like I'm not getting too much from this. Passions. What are you thirsty for? Body care, take a breath. And healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. Okay, so you got two transformation cards here. You're supposed to be transforming. And that's why something got taken away from you. So that you could look at it from a different perspective. And you could understand just how much you wanted it. But also to understand how it relates to your well-being. Because I get a feeling that there was a little bit... almost like a perspective shift here. I don't want to say that you invested too much into this, because that's an incorrect interpretation of this energy that I'm feeling. It's more so like you were put into like a redirection here. I'm seeing like a portal here where you're going through a tunnel of self-exploration, healing yourself through it, and then it coming back to you if it's meant to be coming back to you. So is this thing meant to come back? That's what I want to know. Okay, we got two cards. Oh, you're worrying. Okay, so you're worrying that it's never going to come back to you, because I do see you taking a journey here into the abyss. So you're taking a journey into the abyss and rediscovering your feelings here. I feel like you're walking away from this emotionally. Or you've had to walk away from this emotionally. And now you're stuck in your thoughts about it. But Spirit's telling you to embrace the transformation. Because you're going to be looking at this situation, whatever this is, from a different perspective once you come back to it. If you're meant to come back to it. Or this is you using the skills or the perspective from that past situation into a new avenue where it's actually going to be better than what that previous thing was, because you were meant for greater. And this gave you an idea of exactly what you want. It gave you an idea of what you'll put up with, what you don't want, the kinds of things that make you feel drained versus the kinds of things that make you feel content. I don't know if this is clarifying anything. I hope that it is. Isle of Avalon. Healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. Yeah, this is a full circle moment here. Yeah. You got the 10 of Pentacles. An amazing card. So there is something really great coming in here for you. With this 10 of Pentacles, when you fully let go of the idea that this thing is coming back. Because it might come back, but you don't know that. And the thing is that you have to stay focused on your journey right now. And the task at hand right now, it looks like you're going through a transformation. You're learning new things about yourself. You're learning, like we said, the things that you love, the things that you won't put up with. You're in a training phase. And you've discovered something about yourself here. I see an eyeball in the center here of this card. Yes, I absolutely believe in God. I believe in one creator for this universe. Interesting, I can get into that after this. About what my beliefs are. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's something even better than you could ever imagine coming in for you after this period of stillness where you accept the fact that and come to peace with the fact that this thing is no longer in your life. It's a beautiful energy. Hi, Radka! Nice to see you. Okay, so did that clarify anything? Okay. I see it helped a little. That's good. So, my beliefs, I think there is a one God. I think that I think we're created by something that creates. And I think that the God is not like male or female. Some people go, oh yeah, God is a woman. And it's like, that's such like a human way to think of God. I think God is an energy. It's a creative energy that is beyond form. Like it's not physical, right? Because it created the physical. So I feel like it's above the physical. It is like a thought being. I definitely think it has its own consciousness, its own thoughts. But I don't know. Because I feel like also I have more of an idea of this plane as also like what is the term for it? You know, when you think that this place was maybe not made by the best kind of God, like the hi Claire. By what is the name of it? There's a belief system out there that's like super old, where it's like this earth was made by like not a deity, but like a god that was like low vibrational. And yeah, that's what I think, because I look around me and I've always looked around me and been like, wow, it's so like chaotic and like low vibrational overall. But I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I definitely think that above that is like a god. Gnosticism. Yes. So that's what I believe in. I definitely believe some parts of it. That there is some degree of truth to that because of how you look at things. Like the things that exist here that are like encouraged, I feel like it's given an upper hand here to be evil, to take advantage of people, to hurt people, hurt kids. Like that's all like energy harvesting to me by like low vibrational beings, right? God created gods. He was one and he wanted to be many. Yoga Nanda. What's that from? This is an interesting conversation. Definitely type what you guys believe. I want to listen to this. Because we all have different beliefs, and I don't think that any one belief explains anything. And I think it's very silly when people say, believe in what I believe, or else you are evil, or you're going to hell. So silly. So short-sighted. We all have something to learn from each other, and, you know? Like, I just think that it's really silly to think that one person could know everything. Autobiography of a Guru. Yeah, God created many gods. I could see that. Yeah, this world is really weird. And there's so many things that you can explore that are like mysteries. Like, I'm talking about like how like the CIA explored time and teleportation and stuff. Like, they've done that already. Like, teleporting people, for sure. They did that with the Montauk Project. Actually, the Stranger Things is based off of a book called The Montauk Project, which I've been reading lately, and it's so interesting. Also, I don't know, sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I believe some of this stuff. Enki and Enlil. I believe Earth is the true journey, and giving up or trying to return is like leaving college. Yeah, absolutely. This is Earth School, right? Absolutely. Yeah, we are Earth School. We're learning things about ourselves and realizing that we are souls in a human body. I think that gives us such a huge advantage because it allows you to really just like step outside of existence too and understand the impact that your personal decisions for yourself have on you. And like the fact that sometimes decisions that you make for your higher self, even if it makes someone else upset, it might still be a decision made. I think it's always a decision made for everyone's higher selves. You know, like if you're making a decision for your higher self, then it impacts other people positively as well, even if it like makes them upset. You know? I don't know why I'm going on that tangent, but oh no, I lost a part of my my mic stand here. I don't know where it went. It's probably somewhere on the ground. Anyone else here have some interesting beliefs or wild out there ideas that they want to share? I think my voice is a bit dry. When we talk about God, we resort to two methods. Either we say we can't talk about him because we wouldn't understand that and drop the subject, or, just like you said, whatever term we use about him, we say it's different. For example, he has an energy, but it's not like humans. He has time, but it's not like ours. I think he exists beyond time, if you want to say he. God exists beyond time. There was actually an experiment that Tesla, I believe, it was Tesla. Tesla made some sort of contraption that they used in projects in the CIA, actually, that locks onto something called zero time, or something like that. It's like zero something. But it's a point that all other universes rotate around, like a solar system, which was really mind-blowing for me, because I'm like, if that's true, that's pretty wacky. But they referred to it amongst themselves in this CIA experiment as a whirligig, and you can look that up. There's a PDF. Yes, Tesla's so cool. Jesus said we are all gods. Did he? I definitely love the idea of Christ consciousness and that idea that we can walk through this world with like this kind of heart space energy. But it's very difficult to have that at all times. It's very difficult. And some, the Matrix, the false one, the real one. Yeah, some people worship false gods. They think that they can just go around doing evil things and they won't be reprimanded. But eventually, low vibrational beings come for their payment. That's just how it is. You can exchange the energy, the pain of many people that you have inflicted here on this planet, and maybe it feels good for a little bit for those people. I don't know how. But those low vibrational entities, they always ask for a payment. And it is an extreme payment. It's basically like, I mean, I can't really speak too much on that, but I knew someone once that was like messing around with 𝔻𝕉𝕚, and that's like crazy to be messing around with that stuff. And this person was like an amateur too, so it's like, what are you doing? I don't know if you've ever heard of 𝔻𝕉𝕚, but it's like the study, and I can't even define it. It's like something to do with like demonology and stuff. Like, yeah, it's just like, what are you doing? Don't do that. People want to escape through transcendence, but being human fully is much harder. Yeah, totally. Yeah, so there's like also in the spiritual community, there's like those like false spiritualists. Like they're like halfway spiritualists. And I used to be one of them, that's why I'm saying this. Where it's like I was completely up in the air. And I wasn't grounded, and I actually felt physically always up in the air. And it took me quite some time to realize that there was nothing wrong with enjoying Earth and saying how beautiful it is. Even if it's like, you know, gross and sad at times, right? But yeah, it took me some time to balance that out, and I think that just comes with like maturity and being in this space and exploring what spirituality really means, you know? It takes some time. Enlightenment, then we will know we are one. Buddha, I'm guessing you were trying to say? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, spirituality as a drug. Yeah, some people... Totally! Okay, spirituality as a drug. Yeah, some people use it... They use it as a drug, but then also there's other people that use it as, like, a mask. Just the same way that some people go and volunteer for things, and then they go, I'm the kind of person that volunteers, and then they put it on their CV, and they're like, look at me, I volunteer for things. There's also the people that, like, go to church, and they're like, look at me, I go to church every Sunday, I'm better than you. It's like, what? No, you're not. Used as a weapon. Yeah. Oh, some people use their spirituality as a weapon so hard. I've known so many people who do that. It's so sad. Like, I've known people both in the spiritual community that do that actually, when you get to know them, they're very dark individuals. And also the religious community. And you can always, if you have this ability to sense people, like, who they are, deep down, they both have the same vibe. They both feel like a void when you talk to them. Hey, Kavid! Nice to see you! See so many regulars in here today. It's so cute. Yeah. Yeah, it's so weird. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, once you see a person's, like, true self, who their soul is expressing themselves as, or, like, it's been overtaken by, like, certain kinds of entities, it's just so hard to unsee that. And, like, see that that's not the driving force behind everything that they do. And then everything just kind of makes sense, right? Oh, San Francisco yesterday in California, and I saw Zuckerberg put his name on a hospital. He put his name on a hospital. That's so weird to me. That sounds like almost like advertisement. But it doesn't surprise me. I feel like a lot of like he's almost like rebranding himself lately. From what I can tell, he's trying to like humanize himself. All we need is love. Yeah. I think we're going to be seeing another hippie movement here. What do you guys think? I feel like there's one coming from um, a lot of people that are like just sick of all of this hatred and violence. 100% I feel a hippie movement coming. I don't think it's going to be a worldwide protests in the kind that we're scared of. I think I mean, I'm sure we'll see some of those. But I think that more so, people are going to be coming together and calling for peace. Return of Love and Venus. See, and I don't know if there's like some sort of astrological stuff that might be happening here too. I hope so. Music, empathy, love, yeah. Let's see, did I miss anything? Don't take me to Zuckerberg Hospital. Revolution through love. Yeah, because I feel like at the end of the day, we all just want to feel loved and accepted, and I feel like everyone does it in different ways, and it's kind of like the message has been lost because people are over-identifying with one sort of otherness. They're like, I'm different from this person. And I feel like that is really like so damaging. Like it's good to have groups, but I feel like also it's turned into like a reason to hate other people. It's really difficult. Same astrology as the French Revolution. What do you mean? I have no idea. I'm not like caught up with astrology, so I definitely don't. Age of Aquarius. Yeah, Age of Aquarius. I feel like I saw something about that, about the Age of Aquarius happening, like it has been happening for like longer than we think, but I don't know. Again, I don't know. Astrology is really cool though. Like it's crazy. The position of the astrology. Yeah. I feel like a change of mindset is coming. For instance, the channel Vibes of Cosmos blows my mind. You mean like on YouTube? Vibes of Cosmos? It's okay, Six. Yeah, there's so many cool channels here on YouTube. I love it. I really love YouTube, but I'm also afraid that there's going to be like a lot of censorship happening here. The late 1700s. Yeah. So it's called Vibes of Cosmos. Okay, I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool YouTubers. I'm just trying to think if there are like any specific ones that I've watched about like the, honestly, a lot of tarot readers that I watch with like different interests, they're the ones that really interest me, but like I guess living in a vacuum isn't great. I've been kind of going down rabbit holes lately of like just like I usually don't pay attention to the news and stuff, but like I've been kind of watching it lately, and it's something that I can't help but watch lately because it's just so sad. Aw, thank you, Double Six. Yeah, I hope that I get to a point in life where I'm living comfortably. I mean, I guess I am. I can't complain. But there are definitely some things that I'm trying to figure out right now. Like, I was almost not even going to go on to the live today because I'm pretty stressed out in my real life. Like, I have some things that I have to figure out, and it's just like, oh my goodness, like there's just so much happening all at once, and I'm like, oh, what do I do? I'm sure a lot of people are probably feeling that way too, though. So I'm drinking some coffee right now, in case you're wondering. It is delicious. I don't want to spill it, but it's really good. Stress is part of the world. Queen stress, yeah. Yeah, stress is part of it, right? Stress is a good thing, and it really kicks you in the butt, and that perspective shift is so important, right? Like, you just gave me a perspective shift. It is a good thing. 𝔻𝕚𝕚𝕚? Oh, yeah, I know that brand. It's like an Italian brand, right? My boyfriend's mother-in-law, or my mother-in-law, my boyfriend's mom, she drinks that. She drinks a lot of that. They're Italian. So, yeah. I'm not a big fan of Italian coffee, I will be honest. I like the lighter stuff. And I'm just yapping now at this point, so if you get bored, I totally understand. Yeah. How's the weather been where you guys are? Has it been good? Italian, Australian. Ooh, Australian coffee is... it's really good. I'm a bit of a coffee snob sometimes, if I want to be. So it's good. 66, like 1966? Turkish coffee? Yeah, Turkish coffee's pretty good. Wait, have I had Turkish coffee? No, wait, I don't think I have. It's the one where they, like, cook it in sand, right? They, like, have the, like, tiny pot thing and they just kind of... It's like hot sand or something. I'm not sure if the technique is necessary for it being Turkish coffee, but... Wow, 60. 60 is such a big age. I feel like 60 is such a milestone. Because that's when you start to feel like, wow, like I've lived so long, right? Because up until then, you're like, I'm still young. I mean, not that you're old. There's time for everything. But I'm just saying, like, wow, 60 is like... That's like almost to double my age. North Texas, less than 1,000 degrees outside, fall is in the air. Weather has been crazy, 100 degrees, then 66 degrees. See, I know Celsius, so, yeah. Young at heart. Absolutely, yeah. Hippie at heart, younger than most teens I met. Yeah. I'm your son's age. But yeah, so being a hippie at heart, I definitely approve. I am a hippie at heart too, for the most part. But I feel like I'm a mix of things. It's in a little pot. It's really good. Yeah, it's definitely on my list of things to experience. Turkish coffee. I want to try every kind of coffee. I've tried Robusta. Not a fan. I've tried Arabica. I want to try Liberté. There's like a few different varietals that you can taste in the world. I don't think I want to try the one that's been pooped out by a marsupial. I think it's a marsupial. I'm good. I'm good there. I love being in my 40s, feel more confident. Yeah, I feel that way in my 30s for sure. The moment I turned, like, I think like 32 or something, 31, 32, I started feeling like, I've got this. ready to snap. Hello! Hello! But yeah, I think like 30s and 40s, you start to feel like you can actually do something with your life. Prior to that, you're just like feeling like, man, what the heck am I doing? Who am I? What do I like? Where am I going? Then I don't understand those people that have families settle down and, you know, like, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, I don't, like, wow, you just must be so brave to be doing that stuff. You know? I was not that brave. Laza shots like cafe bar with milk, not big cups. Oh, so you mean like a really small cup. Like what's it called? Macchiato. Or like a cortado, right? I love that. Cortados are my favorite. I still don't know what I'm doing. Just me, my German Shepherd, and cattle dog. I'm a gypsy. That's cool. That's good to know, because I feel like, man, I'm 35, and I'm like, I should really do something. I should do something. You know, like, I want to do something. And, like, I guess I am doing something with tarot, right? But, in, like, jewelry, but it just feels like I don't know, sometimes I feel like I lack direction, and, like, it's so hard, because if I'm looking at myself from the outside, it appears as though I have direction. And then when I'm looking at it from the inside out, I'm like, wait, but do I? Do I actually? Yeah. Just living is enough, absolutely. Living and experiencing life with people that we love, with our pets, and just experiencing other people openly. I think that's so underrated. Like, people are just so fixated on status and achievements. It's like you miss the whole point of life, and then you pass away, and on your deathbed you're having so many regrets. Like, I don't ever want that to be me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. We affect people more than we know. We absolutely do. And it can be sad that some people don't realize how much of an effect they have. They think that their existence is so inconsequential that they just kind of give up their own importance, you know? It's so sad to see that some people just, they give up for whatever reason. And I never want to be the reason that someone gives up. I want to be the reason that someone picks up again, you know, or feels like, hey, I don't have to give up. Like, that's great, and that's how we should all keep being, you know? Keep doing, girl. You're doing so well. Love, love, love. Thank you. But yeah, I don't know. Just being is enough. You're right. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's so important. And, like, not always reaching for status, because that's such a vapid life. Wow, we're at an hour. Do you guys have any questions for me, or anything you want to speak up about, or anything? You could even talk about projects that you're doing if you want. That's why I do my channel, because I wanted to help one person stay here. Absolutely. Like, was it a specific person, or just like you wanted to have that effect on people, Claire? If any of you don't know, Claire the intuitive reader is a fellow reader here. She's a tarot reader, and she has a very healing energy about her. I love her energy, and if you ever need like a pick-me-up, go and watch one of her readings. She has the cutest energy. That's right, because even when shit hits the fan, that's our best time in reality. Yeah, that's when everything like explodes into a million pieces, right? And there's just a million possibilities. Like, I think that I love change a little bit too much sometimes, and I've had to temper that in myself, and understand that it's a strength, but it can also be a weakness of mine because I can let go of things before they've ripened, before they've really had the chance to. Oh wow, this is a message for me. This is a channeled message. Before they've really had the chance to blossom, to turn into a fruit. Sometimes I let go of things because I get distracted. And this might be a message for you too. I didn't want anyone to not have a person. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you, 66. I appreciate it. But that probably also means that you are wise beyond your years. Because what you recognize in other people exists within yourself. I'm just a mirror. We're all mirrors for each other. Well, you have the wiseness of a 120-year-old then. Isn't it crazy that they're like expanding human life and like extending it? Like, I think that's fucking wild. That is so cool. Some people are like, oh yeah, you're tampering with God's design, but I mean, not really. I mean, all this is just like a programmable simulation, right? Zeros and ones. That's all this is. We're in a computer. A giant computer. Yeah, and that's why you just can't take it seriously. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, you just gotta live life. The Matrix, yeah, I believe in the Matrix. The whole premise behind it, that we're just living in like a play, basically. God gave us brains. Yeah, absolutely. And it's just like an antenna, right? Our brains are whatever is in our brains, like we are an antenna for a body. Ooh, and I had this thought lately because you know how okay, maybe you don't know, but you know how they've been putting brains in robots in Japan, like human brains, and they've been like giving them autonomy and stuff. So I was thinking, that's just a vessel. If the brain is like the antenna, who's to say that when I die and I come back, because I believe in reincarnation, that I'm not going to end up in like a robot body? Like, maybe I'll choose to go to a robot and then I'll be a robot. I mean, I don't know. This is so weird to think about. It sounds awful, but at the same time, probably has its benefits. We program our feelings and behaviors, therefore our reality. Yeah. Absolutely. Right now we're running on like a slow program, like a slow version of our program, where everything is processed at like a slower speed. There are faults, and things aren't perfect because they're human bodies. Sometimes there's diseases, sometimes our nutrition isn't the best, our sleep isn't the best, so that gets in the way of the program. There's just so many things that we have to take care of in order to have these human bodies have its maximum effect, and even then it's like so much work to keep it up. Like, even just to do the basic stuff, like, oh, you have to brush your teeth twice a day, floss twice a day, and drink a certain amount of water, go for a walk, you have to do exercise, and like, it's just like, wow, it's a lot. And those are just the things I can remember to say. Well, I have finished my coffee. So, oh, that's okay. AI. Yeah, AI. I think AI is going to be really interesting here. But I don't know. I don't think it is what we think it is. I think right now it's like a crude version of itself, right? We know it is. But what it's going to become, like, I have no idea. I think it's going to be, like... I think we're going to be scared at first. Because it's similar to... I don't know if any of you have seen, like, a predator or anything out in the wild. But that terror of making eye contact with a predator, that's kind of what I think we're going to feel like with AI. Because we won't be able to understand what it's thinking, right? And so it might become scary. I don't know. I'm not trying to inflict fear or anything, but yeah, and it's controlled by a few. Right now, that's kind of the issue, where the people that it is controlled by, you don't know what direction they're trying to take it into. And they're not going to be honest about it either. So let's just hope that things turn out for the best, because that is the timeline that we are focusing on. The highest timeline. And, yeah, just keep thinking and acting towards things that highlight those things that don't make you scared, that make you feel like, hey, like, I got this. And connecting with people like that, too. Like what we're doing now, right? It's really important. But anyway, I'm gonna probably head out here. And it was great hanging out with you guys. Like always. This actually boosted my mood, so you guys are very high vibing right now. I can feel it. Yeah, non-organic planet. Plastic and more plastic. GM foods. Yeah. All that stuff is just... That's what I mean by this world being ruled by low vibrational entities, right? I just feel like it's so unconsidered. Like, everything is not really considered. But anyway, okay, so not to end off on like a bad note, but yeah, I hope that you guys have a good morning, good evening, good night whenever you're watching this reading. And if you want to check out my website, you can do that. What else? Etsy. I have a TikTok that I'm working on. I post almost every day. I haven't been as consistent lately because I've been learning 3D. So I'm learning some CAD on the side to elevate my designs, right? To be able to just print things. But yeah, so if I have any updates on that at some point, I will let you know. And I hope you have a good weekend. And I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys! Enki and Lil. We have to look that up. Okay. Bye, guys!